The Enigma of the Haunted Manor. Once upon a time, on a quiet night, when the moon vanished behind the clouds and the wind grew still in its wintry silence, stood an ancient house at the heart of a small town known as the Cursed Manor. Tales of horrific events that had occurred there in the past had created a legend that filled people with fear and dread. Liliana, a young student, decided to spend the night in this house, inviting her friends for an unforgettable party. They were convinced that it was all just myths and legends, but they were careless. Upon entering the manor, they were greeted by a chilling atmosphere that felt suffocating and devoid of air. The doors closed by themselves, and the friends began to feel that they were not alone. Whispers and eerie sounds filled the air, but the fearless students brushed them off. With each passing hour, the exit routes vanished, and the mystical sounds intensified. Among them, only Liliana remained awake. Unlike her friends who fell into slumber, she began to notice a strange entity. Wandering through the corridors, its shadow seemed alive, moving independently of its source. Her heart stopped when she saw the figure of her deceased mother, standing in the middle of a room. The shattered mirror on the wall reflected infinite variations of her own death. She stood before the mirror, trapped in a horrifying loop, while blood pooled around her. Fear gripped the friends as they woke up, only to find Liliana lying unconscious, and their bodies marked with red handprints that vanished, leaving behind dried bloodstains. Minutes turned into hours as they tried to find an exit, but each room held a tragic history. The walls witnessed numerous deaths, and their souls were forever trapped within. Eventually, one by one, the friends disappeared, leaving Liliana as the sole survivor. Gradually, she became possessed by a restless ghost, marveling at how she had managed to survive. Liliana witnessed what had happened before, the shadow moving on its own, reflected in the final mirror. Silence fell. Liliana attempted to escape, but found only endless corridors, room after room open, revealing her own impending demise. She screamed, but her voice vanished into the darkness. Finally, she stood before the very door where it all began. She felt a cold hand touch her shoulder. She turned around and saw her long-deceased father, who uttered, "You were warned." Suddenly, Liliana woke up in her bed, expelled from that dreadful dream. But when she looked into the mirror, she saw bloodstains on her shoulder. She realized that the legends of the Cursed Manor were true, and her nightmares had just become a reality.